Okay, Islam. Peace, Moors. Islam. Happy holy day to all the Moors. Islamism. First I rise giving all praise to the great God Allah. Honors to the forerunner, Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And highest honors to our prophet in these days, Noble Drew Ali. Islam, Moors. But
Islam.
It's interesting, the chapter. Oh, disclaimer. Usually I come on every other week because I'm actually like in a class right now. But I was invited to come on today because today is 7/7 and it's a Friday, Islam. And today is the first day of the 77 days of elevation, right? Where Moors are given a chance to do something with your Moorish power, I guess, you know, because we're like supposed to be like superhumans, right? So go find something that you can cultivate in 77 days and see where you are at the end of that, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, so what chapter are we on? So we on the 77 days. Let me see what chapter we on. 8. Okay. No problem. So let me just look at chapter 7 or chapter 8 and just jump down to paragraph 7. But then I couldn't help but look at paragraph 6, right? About Allah lives not in the place of tongues. There is no way to him from any idol shrine, right? And how the other speakers were going into the importance, you know, because that's what the chapters are mainly about, it, the importance of not giving into idols. And idols can be anything, right? Absolutely anything that you pay way too much attention to, right? And you give to that instead of doing right, basically, right? And I'm like, wow, that's kind of timely because what's today, the 7th? 3 days ago, you know, wasn't there some idol, like extremely noisy idol worshiping going on? It was in my neighborhood. It was 4th of July, right? All that wasted money because I saw it all over the ground the next day, the results of it, right? And I'm like, wow, that's interesting because especially where I am, it's like, what are y'all doing celebrating that? Right? You don't know, not to give him too much credit because his history ain't that stellar, but Frederick Douglass and how he wrote that famous speech, what is the 4th of July to the Negro, or to the Negro, what is the 4th of July, right? So I was looking at line 7 where it says Allah's meeting places with man. With man is in the heart in a still voice. He speaks and those hear is still. Wait, and he who hears is still. Okay. Like, okay, that's kind of contradictory to what I wanted to talk about because I'm talking about Moors getting active. Like, okay, let me read on. Oh, look. And when man honors man, he honors Allah. And what man does for man, he does for Allah. I heard that growing up, right? How they used to teach us in the Nation of Islam. They taught us honor Allah by serving man, right? So I'm like, wow, that's like, that's where they must have gotten it from. Because I'm like, dang, that's exactly what they used to tell us. It just hit me where it must have come from, right? So it said, line 13, if you would serve Allah who speaks with the heart, just serve your near kin and those who are no kin, the strangers at your gate, and the foe who seeks to do you harm. Okay, assist the poor and help the weak. Do harm to none and covet not what is not yours. Okay, it's saying help, assist, give. How? That's not in there, right? I'm like, wow, that's really open-ended, right?
Like Brother Chairman said.
Yeah, it's like, so it's like, take your pick. It's a la carte. Take your pick. What do you want to do, right? My thing, I'm of the opinion that you probably know what to do because you would probably do it for free. You have to pull yourself away from it, and you likely did it a lot when you were a child, because I think a lot, children, they get into stuff, and it's like, why are you doing that? Why are you so into that? Well, I'm fresh from the other realm, and my instructions are still pretty crisp, especially if they haven't been to school yet, well,
Islam.
Baby prison. But yeah, so I'm like, yeah, that fits. How are you going to serve man? Honor Allah by serving man. And that reminded me of the story, I might have told it here before, of 2550 that my father used to share with me and my sister about a spaceship going into oblivion or into salvation. Be funny, a spaceship going to salvation because the earth is about to explode. There's a ship, right? 25 seats, 50 people in line waiting to get on this ship. Why should you be the one to get on? You have to be able to do something that can serve man, because it's only going to be 25 of us to rebuild civilization wherever we go. So what you got, right? So with that, 77 days of elevation, and there's a fundraiser. I have a goal in mind. You know, I don't know if I want to share it just yet, but since I don't know, I guess I'm not going to share it just yet. But I do know I'm going to share it here first. All right.
That's wrong.
And the other more, y'all know about it already. Leadership already knows about it. So yeah. But yeah, if y'all want to know what it is, you got to come back to the temple to find out first. All right. And with that, I yield. Y'all be cool. And Islam. Happy Holy Day, Morris. Peace.
Islam. Happy Holy Day. Wonderful measure. Thank you.
Islam.